Happy Friday. We have 5 days in the books. I'm about to go over to the leadership class and help out with working with those of you who show up there for the Chosan kata that we're working on. But today I touched on the 4 faces of a PMA leader, of an AGMA leader, and I just want to touch on that briefly. The 4 faces is the first one is the lion. The lion represents courage coupled with wisdom, courage and kindness. I mean, thinking about the lion and courage. Think about what you need when you need that courage and that wisdom to go walk through seasons of testing like this. We have all these tests of small things that we're doing, and it's challenging because there's events happening in our life that are hopeful and positive. There's events happening that are also neutral. They don't really matter to us, but then there's those painful events that are happening too. We still need to have that courage to stick to our goals. And the second face is the face of man. The face of man has to do with relationships coupled with walking by the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, and peace, and trying to really put on that countenance of love, joy, and peace, and having order in your life of patience, kindness, and goodness, and being obedient, being faithful, being gentle, and being in self-control, using that self-control. And that's the face of man. Also, Philippians 4:8, Paul says, whatever's true, think about that about each other. Think about that about your loved ones and your friends and family. But whatever's true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, excellent, and praiseworthy, think on these things. We can get so caught up finding the nitpicking little things to pick on and forget how awesome other people can be. The third one is the face of the eagle, and the eagle is the face of excellence, and it's coupled with humility as well. I love 2 Chronicles 7:14. God says, if my people will humble themselves, pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sins, and I will heal their land. Guys, our land needs healing right now. Our world needs healing right now. So I want us to put on that face of the eagle, a person of excellence when it comes to character, to work ethic, to having those characteristics that are attractive and God-honoring. And that fourth one is the face of the ox. The ox is the servant with a Tigger attitude. They're asked to do something, and they're delighted to help. It's like, sure, always ready to help. The scripture says that Jesus sat down and called the 12, and he said to them, if anyone would be first, he must be last of all and servant of all. He also said that it shall not be among you, he says, but whoever would be great among you, you must be your servant. That he must be your servant. These are scriptures that are just reinforcing the fact that Jesus came as the suffering servant, and we are called to serve one another. Find somebody that you can do something for today. What is it that you can do for someone? How can you make some deposits into those relationships of these people that you love? Remember the finger prayers. Be in prayer. I mean, that's something you can do. Is you can pray for your friends and family, for your teachers, leaders, for all the first responders, for all the influencers of the world, for those who are weak, maybe elderly and young, and pray for yourself. And remember, pray for your heart. Pray for your priorities and schedules. Pray for the example and the influence that you have over each other, over people. And pray for all relationships. Make some deposits into your relationships today. And lastly, pray for your material blessings. Pray that you're a good steward of your material blessings, and that you are an abundant mentality person when it comes to giving. Be sure you're giving too. You're receiving, you're giving. So the 4 faces of a godly leader: the lion, the man, the face of man, the face of the eagle, and the face of the ox. I'm going to come over to work with those guys here in a minute, and I'm going to walk in there and we're going to see we can't use all those faces. Just never know which one is needed at that moment. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you at the leadership class or in Dickinson in the morning.